Hey girls, it is Jenny with Planner Perfect, and today's video is going to be short and sweet about something that's really on my heart, and I want to share it with you. You'd think this would be almost something that you share with maybe fresh young people, but not only should it be shared with the younger generation, but us women, where our seasons change. It's even ultimately for us and in the middle of even if your season is within motherhood. So listen up, I think you're gonna like this. Okay, welcome back. If you are new to me, I want to go ahead and introduce myself just a little bit. Be sure to like and subscribe if this video resonates with you, if it helps you, and please share this video. That would really be awesome to help grow this Planner Perfect community and really builds up women. So, if you didn't know, my name is Jenny Penton. I'm founder of Planner Perfect. It's a planner and journal company where I coach women to write a better story for their lives. I'm also a homeschooling mom of 8. And so I've really have learned a lot over these years, let me tell you, that I love to share and inspire what I've learned with other women. We're going to focus on the gifts of a woman. And something I heard recently from Pastor Miles Monroe, where he said that gifts are not learned, they're refined. And I identify with that so much. I wanted to share that with you and really kind of create some content around it, because I've already been speaking to women loud and clear on this platform about the importance of knowing who you are and what your gifts and your talents are. And I came to that point after my 4th baby, when I really wasn't utilizing my gifts that I had. I really felt that motherhood should become first and that I should really put me on the back burner for this hard job. But for me, I think because my job kept going and going and going with no light at the end of the tunnel, I really was faced with, okay, God, now what? I mean, who really am I besides my children's mother? So I really have always, because I've seen how women really do identify themselves with being mom, and that is their calling, when indeed it is not. It is a role that you're playing that you take very seriously, and that you are intentional about everything you're doing as mom. And believe me, I do nothing but advocate that on this channel. But when it comes to you and your personal growth and personal development and your goals and dreams, you need to know who you are outside of your motherhood role, so that you can embark on this beautiful journey that, guess what, you can do simultaneously if you're wanting to be a stay-at-home mom, which I was as well. So I did build up my business from the ground up, not even really realizing the scope and the magnitude of what it would be, but did it nonetheless, because I went at it as something that I knew I was good at and efficient in, loved it. It didn't feel like work, and I shared it with the world, and it just grew and grew and grew. And I want to really just hone in on the fact that your gifts and talents is your calling, is going to be connected to your calling and your purpose. You're here for a purpose. And so you want to be used. You want to use it. That's what you're here for. You are to use it, and you're already equipped. Isn't that beautiful? Everything that you need, you're already equipped with. You can refine it. So I know for me, when I'm homeschooling my kids, my main goal was to help them uncover what they're naturally good at, because when I found that out, I was able to customize their learning around their natural gifts, because after all, that's where you're going to be using most of your time, is to push them in the direction of their purpose and their calling, because they're already equipped. Now they only need to refine it. And it'll come easy. That's what's so amazing. So for me, I'm an artist. I've known that since I was 5 years old. And so I just refined it over the years. I just refined it. I didn't go to school for it. I didn't even go to college, but I took some lessons. I was in art everywhere in school. I was always in art, but honestly, and I say this humbly, I was always better than what the teacher could ever show me anyways. So it wasn't very challenging, I should say. So I just always did it at home. I just refined it. And so anyway, we are to refine what our talents are. I also love teaching. And so I've refined that. I've always found that I love teaching. So I think that's why I was so like into homeschooling as well. I was like, and ever since I was a young girl, I wanted to be a teacher, always. And so instead, I always just say I had a bunch of kids, homeschooled them. And so I feel like I've really landed and fallen into my purpose. And when you do that, you don't feel like you're working, you're doing what you love, and that's rewarded. It just is. Those kind of things, God will, when you land in that, God guides you, he strengthens you, he shows you, and you know, you're supported in that way financially and everything else. And so it lends itself to people using what they're naturally gifted at. The world will do, the universe does that. So that's how, I really wanted to impart into you that if you haven't really landed on your calling or your purpose, and in my fans group and other social platforms that I have, I get reached all the time, DM'd. I see it on my fans that a lot of women stumble into this place of, I'm in a new season, I don't know who I am, I don't know what to do. If you're a woman who even works all day and your life is mundane and scripting your life is even boring because of that, then it's time to know what you're in. You know, you got to think of it in terms of, if you're making someone else's dreams come true, what is your dream then? And focus on that by night. Don't watch TV. Don't do anything else other than focus on your dreams, your goals by night to grow that. It's something where, successful people hire hardworking people to help them out. And you want to fall into a place ultimately where you are creating and solving problems for other people. And you can do that by what you're good at and how you can solve a problem using your gifts and talents and experiences. It's just really as simple as that. And when you fall in love with being excited about your life and where you're going and possibility, you now have just internal motivation to get busy with your day, do things new and fun, and be creative. And that is what it's really all about. So if you ever find yourself where you're unmotivated, you're depressed, you don't know what to do, then you have not landed on your calling. You have not landed on your purpose. You don't really know what they are. And that should be your soul findings. And honestly, if you're open to that, and now that you know that that's what it is, it really will be easy to find, and it will fall in your lap. And don't forget, always ask God to guide you and to show you, because he will. And ultimately, it took me to ask the question, because when you ask the question, you're open for the answer. If you don't even know that you should be asking, then you can't receive the answer. Think about that for a second. You can't receive something you're not even asking. So if you know that that is what's really going on with boredom, with restlessness, with not, you can only clean so much. So that really solves a lot of problems. It solves a lot of wonderings and how can I be motivated? How can I do this? You need to know your why. You need to ask the quite right questions. And when I asked that question, after my Gabe was born, after my fourth baby, I said, Lord, is there more to me than being a mom? Please tell me there is. And he told me to write a book. And that was my Planner Perfect, A Fresh Idea and Organize Your Life. I got on Kindle. And it was one of my first books. I plan on writing more. But that was my first one. And then it was leading into begin a blog. And I would do a homeschooling blog. And then I did Planner Perfect. It was once and first a blog. And then I began to offer planners using my method years and years and years and years and years ago. And how it's developed has just been nothing but God breathed, but I was using my gifts and my talents. So it was exciting, and it made then motherhood exciting, which made my life exciting, which made my being a wife exciting, which made every day motivating and inspiring. It was something new of a focus that was using something within me that I could use, not only with my kids, but to use my creativity and my artistic, abilities with my own children, but also then I expounded outside of that, which really was very, it was just like motivating and exciting and fun. And so that is what I'd like for you girls to be working on, is really identifying and asking the right questions, what you're good at, what your gifts are, and what your talents are. Because remember, those are nothing you need to go to school for. When you go to college or go to school for, you're not given gifts. You're given just some drop down of knowledge. It's important to know, number one, you don't have to go anywhere to receive what you're naturally good at. You're already equipped. So you need to find out what it is and just refine it. I hope that that's helped you and it's motivated you to understand and know and to be inspired by that you are gifted with talents and gifts. Every one of us are. And when we start to get a little restless with life, wondering, what am I doing? It's because we haven't identified our purpose and our calling. You need to use it to fulfill that purpose. So I hope that that has inspired you to take a look at that and ask the right questions so that you can receive it, and guaranteed you will. Until next time.